As our days in the White House wind down, we're going through a series of lasts. Pardon my last Thanksgiving turkey. Laura decorated for her last Christmas in the White House. And Barney bit his last reporter. Or at least that's what we hope. This is also my last commencement address as president. And it is fitting that it takes place here in Texas, where I have been so blessed over the years. I was raised here by wonderful parents, surrounded by brothers and sisters whose love still sustains me. In Texas is where I went to a backyard barbecue and met a beautiful teacher named Laura Welch. Texas is where our girls were born and our lifelong friends live. And next month, when our time in Washington is done, Texas is where we're coming home. These days I'm asked a lot about my time as president. Some days have been happy, some days not so happy, every day joyous. It's been a tremendous privilege. I have traveled across our nation and to 74 countries around the world. I have slept in Buckingham Palace. I have feasted in the desert of Abu Dhabi. I've watched the sunrise in Jerusalem. I have spoken to campaign rallies in packed stadiums and to hundreds of thousands in Romania's Revolution Square. I've taken Marine One into America's biggest cities and visited many of our smallest towns. Through it all, nothing has inspired me more than the character of the American people, the acts of courage and service that sustain our free society and make this the greatest nation on earth. Courage and service are cherished here at A&M, and they are values that I hope will guide you for the years to come. So this morning I thought I would share a few of the most powerful examples of courage and service that I have witnessed over the past 8 years. No act of courage or service is more impressive than volunteering for the United States military. 8 years ago, a brave 17-year-old named Christian Baggy made that noble choice when he stepped forward to join the Oregon National Guard. In 2005, Christian's unit was on patrol in Iraq when his Humvee hit a roadside bomb. He lost both his legs, and he thought he would lose his life. But with determination and superb medical care, this good man survived. I met him at Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio, Texas. He told me he used to be a runner and he planned to run again. I was impressed by his courage, but it was hard to imagine a man with such severe injuries ever being able to run. I said to him offhandedly, when you're ready to run, just call me. I'll be glad to run with you, and moved on. Well, then one day a phone call came to the Oval Office. It was Christian. He said, "I'm ready to take you up on your offer, Mr. President." Just 5 months after I'd seen him in the hospital, he showed up at the White House with legs made of carbon fiber and a spirit stronger than steel. Together we took a lap around the South Lawn. I'll admit he left his commander-in-chief in the dust, and he left me with great admiration for his unshakable determination, his upbeat spirit, and his inspiring example for all Americans. People like Christian show the true strength of our military, and so do the families who support them. Last year in Reno, Nevada, I met an orthopedic surgeon named Bill Krisoff. His son, Nathan, a Marine, had given his life in Iraq. Dr. Krisoff told me he wanted to join the Navy Medical Corps in Nathan's honor. I looked at this remarkable man. I said, "How old are you?" He said he was 60 years old. He needed a special waiver to qualify for the Navy. And I was thinking I was 61, so he didn't sound all that old. I asked his wife what she thought of the whole thing, and she said she supported his decision. So I went back to Washington, and surprisingly enough, a few days later, the waiver came through. Since then, Dr. Kristoff has undergone extensive training in battlefield medicine, and soon he will deploy to Iraq, where he'll help save the wounded, uphold the legacy of his fallen son, and inspire the United States of America. Petty Officer Greg Guillory is also in the Navy, but that is not the only way he serves. Greg lost his mother in a car accident at a young age, and his stepmother suffered from a serious drug addiction. Greg earned a 4-year scholarship to play college football. He was a high school player here in the state of Texas. But he turned down that scholarship so he could stay home to help his family confront its problems. Eventually, he decided to join the Navy, where he found a strong and supportive environment. While stationed in San Diego, Greg met his wife, Shonda, who had also endured a painful childhood. Together, they resolved to help children trapped in difficult circumstances and made the selfless and compassionate decision to become foster parents. They spent a year caring for a 17-year-old who'd been abused. Then they took in a 14-year-old who'd been beaten. Then a baby born with drugs in her system. And then a 3-year-old whose mother was in jail. Today, they are caring for 2 children, a brother and sister, as well as the baby girl Shonda delivered last month. And all the while, Greg has been carrying out his duties in uniform. He's stationed at Camp David, Maryland. And this generous man who has given so much to others feels so grateful himself. During a moving testimony at the Camp David Chapel that I was fortunate enough to witness this past Thanksgiving, he said, "I am thankful that God continues to bless me so I can be a blessing for children in need. America is blessed to have citizens like Greg and Shonda, whose hearts are big enough to share the greatest gift of all, the gift of love."